Greetings from England to all MotoGP fans. We're live from the Silverstone circuit, one of the longest and most challenging in the entire championship. Just a few more moments and the images will take us to the starting straight for the MotoGP class race. These shots are taking us to the starting grid where everyone is ready for the start of the race. The sky is cloudy, but the weather will hold up throughout the race. The circuit should remain dry. The temperature will help consumption levels, with many riders discarding soft tyres and opting for medium tyres on both the front and rear instead.
Unlikely front row ahead of Sunday's race then, with the Flying Frenchman on pole position ahead of Viñales and Jack Miller. Fabio Quartararo with that long lap penalty to serve will start heading front row 2 ahead of Bagnaia and Aleix Espargaro.
Fantastic atmosphere greets the riders here at Silverstone. They're all lined up for the start, ready for British Grand Prix action. British Grand Prix for MotoGP. It's going to be lights out right now. Here we go then. Great start from pole position by Zarco. Jack Miller got away well from third place as well, but Zarco peels into Cop's corner. He leads, and it's a French 1-2. Dream launch from Fabio Quartararo. He goes from 4th to 2nd.
Yeah, Quartararo got away very well. There was slight contact as he tried to muscle his way through the front row starters. Viñales was unable to hold him at bay. Both the Aprilias are back behind Alex Rins, who's got a very, very good start. As you can see now, the Aprilias side by side. Viñales ahead of Aleix Espargaro. They are 6th and 7th.
Yeah, that was a shocking start by Maverick Viñales. He's been really caught napping as the lights went out. We've seen him struggle a few times in the past on new tyres with a full fuel tank. Johan Zarco's got the hammer down immediately here, hasn't he? Already in the first sector, nearly 4/10 of a second clear of compatriot Quartararo as they sweep through Vale for the first time.
Bagnaia has gained on this first lap. He's just behind his teammate Jack Miller. Bagnaia wasn't sure yesterday that he had the pace to fight for the win. At the moment, he's in a pretty good position. Alex Rins has been passed by Maverick Viñales. He's recovering from that poor start. He pushed past his fellow Spaniard into Vale. Viñales back into 5th.
Still been a really good first lap for Alex Rins, just what he needed, having to start from 11th place. He's already made up 5 places then on this opening lap. Got himself in early podium contention. A man who loves this 5.9-kilometre Silverstone circuit, the longest on our World Championship schedule. Rins here, looks like he's trying to line a move back on the inside of Viñales into the loop. He did that perfectly. He set it all up going through farm and then through village. Perfectly executed move that by Alex Rins. He has now regained 5th place. There is a notification for Fabio Quartararo. He can now come into a long lap penalty. He has 3 laps to serve that penalty. We remind you, it's at the loop, turn 14, with a bit of a buffer then back to the factory Ducatis of Miller and Bagnaia. Will he take the first opportunity and sweep in on this lap number 2 here at Silverstone? He starts to close up on Johan Zarco as they stake their way through the Magnussen Beckers complex. Now they'll attack hard through Chapel Curve. You've got to make sure you get good drive here. You don't want to lose momentum down that hanger straight. Quartararo then now is nearly half a second clear of Jack Miller. I just wonder, Lewis, whether he'll come in right now.
So Quartararo again misses the long lap loop. Look at Rins then up the inside of PECCO. Bagnaia, beautiful, beautiful move into the loop. Bagnaia though trying to take that back, but Rins has the momentum around the outside and up into 4th position. So we do know now Quartararo will be in the long lap loop next time around.
I think Rins clipped the wings quite literally there of PECCO Bagnaia's factory Ducati going through the entry corner.
Quartararo then, you'd imagine, looking at the group at the moment, he's probably going to come out somewhere near Viñales, who currently holds 6th.
He's got to come in now then, he has to come in now, otherwise it will be a double long lap penalty. He knows that, he's been given the message crystal clear on his pit board. He closes up on Zarco in the brakes, he sweeps to the right, he hugs the right hand side of the circuit, into the long lap penalty loop then. At the loop comes Fabio Quartararo. We estimate it losing anything between 8/10 and 1 second. He drops right back in front of Maverick Viñales. He really didn't lose anything, did he? Went from 2nd then, Fabio Quartararo, down to 5th. There's been long lap penalties on this World Championship calendar, which can cost you anything between 2 and 4 seconds. We'll have a look at the lap time. Fabio Quartararo's last lap was a 1:59.593. It was his quickest lap of this Grand Prix so far. So let's just check his lap time. Having done the long lap on that lap number 4, over the line he comes. It was a 2:01.218.
Look at Alex Rins though, he is a real threat in this Grand Prix. We've described him as a Silverstone specialist. He came from 10th on the grid to 2nd last year. He's in the podium positions and Jack Miller's going to have him under pressure very, very shortly. He'll have him under pressure now.
In the podium positions and in the groove. This is the Alex Rins that we haven't seen really since pre-Barcelona when he had that fractured wrist in the controversial first corner collision instigated by Taka Nakagami. Alex Rins, the 5-week summer break came just at the perfect time for him. He was able to get fully fit, recover on that wrist. He's not going to be close enough to attack Miller on the brakes. Zarco's crashed out of the lead. Johann Zarco has fluffed his lines, trail braking on the front end of that Pramac Ducati into turn number 8. Zarco, who made that late decision to move up from the soft front tyre to the medium front tyre. Well, the long wait will go on. There's going to be no fairy tale victory and no fairy tale first victory for the Frenchman here at the British Grand Prix. He crashes out of the lead on lap number 5 into turn 8. Jack Miller then now is the leader of the British Grand Prix. But for how much longer? Not very long at all, because Alex Rins, the superstar here 3 years ago in that epic battle, Miller comes straight back through. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the MotoGP back and some after that 5-week summer break. It's Miller versus Rins as they attack on the brakes in the Brooklands on lap number 5, a pivotal lap number 5 with race leader Zarco down and out.
Brilliant action at the front. It's brought Bagnaia back into play here in 3rd place. Bagnaia looked like he was struggling to keep pace, although he did do his personal best lap last time around, a 1:59.7. He's now right on the tail of the leading duo, but this is the moment where a potential first MotoGP victory slips through Zarco's fingers.
You could see he was almost a full lead angle. He was a long way into that turn number 8. Fonzo Nieto, the team manager, pre-race told Simon Crayford, they told him not to think about the World Championship. Today is your day. Go for broke. He looked so strong, particularly in FP4 yesterday. But again, Johann Zarco sees another golden opportunity to end his victory duck in the Premier Class. Slipped through his fingers. He has remounted. He's in dead last, back at the pack in 24th place. Tough one to take for Zarco.
Tell you what, it's not all lost yet though for Pramac Racing, because the fastest rider on track once again last time round was Jorge Martin, as Bagnaia now attacks, looking to try and make it a Ducati 1-2, but Rins lating up on the brakes to hold that at bay. There was only one rider who was under the 2-minute barrier last time round. It was Jorge Martin in 6th.
And Rins now again on the front end of that Suzuki. One of the strengths of that Suzuki GSX-RR is its braking stability, straight up and down, and Rins capitalising to devastating effect through that veil on Jack Miller. He's back at the front then. There's the Spanish rider, of course. The collapse of the Suzuki team means he's off to pastures new next year at the LCR Honda squad. What a boost this would be for Alex Rins after all of his recent injury problems. It's easy to forget, isn't it, after the Portimao Grand Prix early on this season, he was sharing the World Championship lead with Fabio Quartararo. Here comes Bagnaia now on the inside of his teammate Jack Miller. The action fast and frenetic at the front of this British Grand Prix. Alex Rins sweeps through Club Corner on lap number 7. He's just about to come through that second sector, and he started to really stretch his advantage. Over 3/4 of a second. It's the biggest lead we've had so far in this British Grand Prix. Bagnaia 2nd, Miller 3rd. Here comes Jorge Martin, launching that Prima Pramac Ducati on the inside of Miller at Copse. He goes in hot though. That 3rd gear blind entry Copse corner. He got on the inside of Miller, didn't he, there to take briefly 3rd place, but he slips back to 4th. Now here comes Vinales. He's got some slips him on that Yamaha, side by side with Quartararo. Can he put it up on the brakes into Stowe corner? 3rd gear. He does it. He's finally made it through. Now then, Vinales having dispensed of Quartararo. That's been no easy task. Next in his eye line with Jorge Martin. Podium hunt back on for Maverick. The lead group well, the top 5 men were covered by just a second at the end of lap 11. Quartararo just
a little earlier than he had to into Village on the penultimate lap. He's got so much more pace. He's a little wide though into Cops. That's cost him vital ground. That could just be the respite that Banyaia needs. Vinales needs to get back into his rhythm quickly. Less than a lap to go.
How decisive could that little error, a small tiny error, could prove to be so decisive? He was just 1 inches wide off his normal line there. Vinales going into Cops corner. It's giving PECCO Banyaia that little bit of breathing space through sector 1. Then it's 4 tenths is the advantage that Banyaia has over Maverick Vinales. The top 2 men in the World Championship now next to each other in this British Grand Prix. Quartararo 8th, Aleix Espargaro in 9th, so not really seeing
again, Vinales.
He's just getting a little bit impatient here. He's been so silky smooth in this Grand Prix so far, but just when he needed that composure, he's just getting a little bit scrappy, a little bit erratic. That's the 3rd time now on this last lap that Maverick Vinales has just pushed that front tyre a little bit too hard, and he's letting this British Grand Prix win slip through his grasp here. Banyaia comes into Abbey Corner, his lead over half a second.
Vinales was so good though through Village and Farm last time around. That was where he closed in on Banyaia. He's nowhere near close enough this time around. Banyaia does have those crucial few tenths in his pocket over Maverick Vinales. There is still a hope for Vinales if he can close in through the loop here. This is the left-hander who will now lead us onto the Wellington Straight. He's not out of this yet, but it's going to take a Rins-esque move in the final sector of this race if Vinales is to snatch victory.
They build up speed there now down the 5th gear, nearly 200 kilometres an hour. Wellington Straight. Bastian is going to take more points up the inside into Brooklands. He goes on Jorge Martin. This looks like though Banyaia has this British Grand Prix covered. It's been an absolute classic. Alex Rins is fading. He's going to be off the podium. But it's Banyaia, the best of British at Silverstone in 2022. He takes a famous win here in round 12 of this year's MotoGP. With the live coverage where the 3 podium finishers have just arrived. The winner is over the moon and is rightly indulging in celebrations with his team members. Here we are back live with images from the podium where Espargaro is enjoying the view from the top step. Mechanics, fans, the jaw-dropping turns of the circuit and above all the trophy, a magnificent view at the end of a great race. While we wait for the cameras to take us to the Parc Fermé to meet the stars of the race, let's take a quick look at the final MotoGP ranking.